for inviting me for this global platform of the Scholar Media Interaction Series 4. So I am Dr. Neeraj. I am working as a associate professor at DIT University, Dehradun, India. So my subject domain is preliminary investigation on various herbal medicine, development of value-added nutraceutical product, development of value-added cosmeceutical product, development of various phytomedicine and phytochemistry of various medicinal plant. So I am very much attached with the biodiversity and climatic change and environmental conditions by which various plants get affected. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sai. So as the whatever topic we have decided to discuss here, that redefining modern love for catalyzing sustainability and prosperity for a better world. So, since this is the matter of sensitization to modern world, that how we can develop, how we can redefine the things so that this world means the current era of the world can understand how we can go for the sustainable development so that we can prosper in the life. So since I am the teacher and professor at the university, so this is the technological era, and this technological era where lot of professional media and social media platforms are there. So more of the young generation are continuously involving in various social media platforms. They are even not taking much more seriousness about their education. Many of the students are sick to the mobile phones, sick to the social media platforms, sick to the various technological development, various upgradation in technology throughout the world. So even they are not recalling even their moral values, what for they are mean. So we need to sensitize those students, since in a teaching it's a very tough work where we can sensitizing them in a moral value, as well as we can sensitizing them for sustainable development in the society so that the world can be go in a better way, in a better prosper way. So in classroom, majority, even I am seeing that majority of students are not so much of serious because they do not have any kinds of objective. Even they are not want to think about their main objective of their life. So this can be changed only if they can know how to make a life very easier and how can we can ask for these technological instruments such as mobile. So they need to take fast. So earlier we are taking fast, avoiding foods. Now we need to think on fast related to the technological instrument so that we can think on ourselves, and that thinking can make to think on very think on the prosperity and the still stress-free world. So this is the way by which we can change the world, since there are continuous advancement in the technology. This advancement many times may destroy our own society. So that's why this technological advancement is for the betterment of world. It is not for the destruction of the world. So if people or society can work on the way by which they can get get rid means they are so much of connected. If any person is missed the mobile phone, that he or she may be depressed throughout the day. So this is the real situation of the world. So we need to get rid from this such types of attachment to the instrument. We need to give them or teach them so that they can attach with the society, they can attach with the humanity, they can attach with the social networking, so that they can think on how we can improve, or how we can add value to the society for improving prosperities. And they also need to think about the biodiversity, since the modern civilization are continuously going on, so it ultimately harms biodiversity. Even at the time of COVID, the world is in a better way because the biodiversity at that time are fully flourished. Even in India, we have seen lot of wild animals are circulated in the roads. Wild animals are seen in the cities. Why? Because there are peaceful environment, there are complete lockdown, so they are not fear about the human beings. So there are no much of sounds. So that's why we also need to think on the biodiversity. Even we also need to think on the conservation of various traditional knowledge, since the traditional knowledge is experience based knowledge, and that is gone with the person. So if a person having such types of knowledge, that need to be preserved in a such a way so that that knowledge can be useful for the more and more generation for development of various types of technologies as well as various types of product. So these things all need to be redefined in a way so that the things can be more easier for the humanity, and the people can be more love towards the humanity. People can be more love towards the sustainable development through prosperity. So these things need to be redefined. So this is all about from my side, Dr. Saeed. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I celebrate everybody that is a part of this. Mrs. Dr. Saidi have been doing a great work in bringing everybody together to communicate thoughts. And as little as this thing may look, I think I played back the last session we had, and I had to play it back over and over, and I saw that, man, some of this wealth of knowledge, people pay for it because these things are very deep, practical, and I'm glad to be a part of this meeting. So yeah,
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, we
So
can.
I'm Tobechi. I'm the co-founder of Blue Lily. It's a climate action NGO, and what I've done over time, or this year, we tried to create a model where we gather young people all over the country, and then we mentor these young people, and we train them to become independent climate advocates. So in my dealings with young people, and over the years, I've been engaged in a lot of community projects where I handle the youth section, CDC, community mobilization exercise, usually where you have the men group, the youth group, the women group. I've always been a part of youth action. So I'm very the challenges and evolution we have faced in the current generation. Last is conception of love, misconception of romance, misconception of relationship. And it's important right information, try to create. I mean, everything about fast money. You go to the club is about making money. If you no get money, you be small boy. Everything is about what you have. Everything is about what you possess. Everything is about how you look. And that's what they call pop culture. The pop culture revolves around what is popular. And what is popular is not necessarily the ideal, but it could be accepted, but it's not the ideal. And that's why, we still have remnants, people who try to instill value of what love should be about, the proper definition of love. And the last speaker said something, and I think I'll round up around that thought. It was really profound. He mentioned something is that you can't effectively love other people if you don't effectively love yourself. I've noticed that most people who are abusive, most people who are proud, who dehumanize other people are battling with heavy and low self-esteem. They're battling with strong um, acceptance of yourself. When people see me and they Toby, you're very playful, you seem like you're very humble, you value. The reason is because I respect myself, value, but I value myself, and I see that I see in other people. Because the truth is that you never can tell of a person until you actually know the person. So I think like that. And that's the same thing we should now begin to keep understanding the right value of love and knowing exactly how to love themselves properly. They've learned how to love them properly. Despite generational, in spite of technology was in structure, what you value you place on yourself, the value you place on the value you place on other people around you. And I think that is the core and the center of the wisdom that Dr. Sahid, you know, is manifesting in this book. I feel we should spread this more and then change the culture of this generation, not necessarily change it, but modify it and then see how we can use what is available to us, but still maintain our values. Use what is available to us, but still maintain our values. Thank you very much. With this few.
I'm a statistician by profession from University of Ilorin. I'm currently studying my master's in business administration with the University of the People. I'm a fellow, met not quite long ago, but the relationship between us is more than just we meeting in a very short time. As I said earlier, my name is Folorunshola Oluwafemi, and I'm passionate about the environment. I'm passionate about the youth. I'm passionate about the women. I'm passionate about the future of the world. I'm passionate about the future of Nigeria. I'm just somebody that love to make change, that love to bring opportunity to the youth in my environment and communities. Concerning the youth, actually today is a World Youth International Day celebration. Whatever we'll be talking about here today, if the youth is not involved, I don't think there's any solution that is going to come out of it. Because the youth are the leaders of tomorrow, and they are the one that has the key to the future. The future matters a lot, and that is why whatever we are doing, we have to inculcate the youth. Even under the SDG, the youth remains the key point at which in using to achieve these sustainable development goals. You and I know that the youth play a very big role when it comes to development and when it comes to sustaining it. As well, the Sustainable Development Goals is made up of youth champions from different parts of, with different professionals at which they have their ideas, try to come together, to think together. Youth is known as catalysts, is known as what is needed to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. You and I know that a lot has been happening around the world, especially here in Africa, whereby the youth don't longer trust their governments. The youth don't believe in their government any longer. So what sometimes the social media as well comes as an opportunity for them to be able to exhibit and showcase what they have if they are able to utilize it in the right aspect, and some has been able to utilize the social media in the wrong aspect by turning it into theft and into fraud. You cannot totally blame the government. As a youth, as also a catalyst that has been, you understand, we all need to come together to speak to ourselves. What did you really want? For 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, you become a father, and you'll be also look at you become a mentor to people. What are you going to train the next people that are coming to, that are going to come? They are coming around. What did you have done for them? The Sustainable Development Goal has said gender equality, climate action, partnership, a lot that has been there. And the youths are all calling that. The World Organizations have said, let us come together and see how we can enhance the potentials of these youths for them to be a big change. But what I'm also trying to say, wherever we need the potential of the youth, love is the number one key. Without love, in the family, which is the nucleus, in the society, in the community, we need to understand the modern state of youth, the modern youth we have. You should not try to look at, okay, the way the youth of 20, 30 years ago, the same things that has been done back there have to be the same. Things have changed. We have to update ourselves on how to train our youth, on how to engage them, on how to prepare them ahead, on how to prepare them for the challenges ahead, and how they themselves can be able to sustain some of these challenges. And one of the key is love. The best key is love. You show them love, you bring them together. There won't be issue if most of the world powers are engaging the youth. This has to come, that we all need to look at the aspect that the youth is a primary, they play a key role to every development in every society. And we must work together in hands with them to achieve the sustainability of the world. And also, love must be the number one. If there is no love, all what I said cannot be achieved. Thank you and God bless.